Welcome back, everybody. Just coming back here to the beach. I went back to tweak my party a little bit just for the guide series, and it looks like they did add a couple of things maybe in the last update, or I just missed them in the last video. So this is just a quick update to the first guide video, the quick and dirty guide. Just showing, what I missed on the beach. Like I said, I did tweak my party a little bit. I just wanted to kind of get some more offensive spells and change the races around a little bit to be a little better with ranged. I changed from an initiate to an apprentice for my spellcaster, and I was able to change, what spells and whatnot they were using. I now have Thunder Arrow and Static Burst, but I no longer have any healing spells, so it does take away from my combat there. I did change the race of my archer. They do have a +1 in ranged, and they still have, some of the scouting talents and stuff like that. No magic or anything there. I didn't change my burglar at all. I still really like her being in the party just for the double attacks during combat and being able to lockpick and sneak and detect traps and whatnot. And my barbarian is the same, so there's no differences there. So just as an update to the original video, you can now go up to this, and your initial choice is to modify it with a crafting ability, and you may be able to make some makeshift tools or weapons, excuse me. And I was able to pull out this iron spike and use that to make a club. So if you can get the check correct on that, you're able to get a couple of weapons. So far, most of everything has still been the same. If we go into the map, this skeleton is still over here. Still gives you some supplies. That hasn't changed from the original video, but there are a couple of different places that have some new loot, so I'm going to show you where those are. And again, it may be something that I missed during the first guide, and that's why I'm coming back with the update right now. And if you remember this area, this is your first fight with, actually second fight, I believe, with some fish. And there is a chest here that I may have missed the first time, or they added. There is some armor and a sword in it. I got the rusty armor out of it, and then I believe I also got a rusty longsword out of it. So that's a definite huge benefit. Nothing changed up above where that rest area is. You still get the book that gives you the quest. Now there was one little piece of loot I could try and find here that I remember being just off to the side. Oh, no matter. It wasn't anything big. It was just a couple of medicinal herbs, and I think I covered it in the original guide, so there shouldn't be any issues finding that. And if I pass it along the way, I'll point it out. I think it may have been after the chest, though. And then there were a couple of changes down over here as well. I can't run because my party is all exhausted now. I think they did move over a couple of enemies too. Here's that little satchel I was talking about. You just get some bandages from there. I think I have a couple left. Yeah, the medicinal herbs. I don't remember off the top of my head if I covered that in the guide or not, but they are in this one. And now the Great Club is still right here, so that hasn't moved. You should still be able to find it. I believe it is right here under this tree. Now down here, this is where you go to push over that log and get to another satchel. They added a couple of crabs. Either they added or I missed. I don't remember fighting them the first time through. So, and like I said, this is where we push over the log and go up and get that satchel there. It has a couple of pieces of gear and I think a couple of rations, if I remember correctly. And now here we cross over the water. And then there's an extra area over by where you pick up the captain that has some pretty cool loot. Nothing, you know, huge or game-changing. And again, for the purposes of the guide, I did actually go through right when I tweaked my my party. I did also change the difficulty down. I don't want to spend too much time on combat during these just quick and dirty guide videos, so I changed it down to the easiest combat, just so we can kind of breeze through there. Now over here where you see that first special chest, just on the map here, right here is that first special chest. I didn't see any differences there. You still get the special chest right here, and then the key is right there, and you open the chest with the key, and then you walk through this submerged path here to find another chest there. There were no differences when I went through those, but they did, again, I don't know if I miss it, but I think they may have added a path around by the captain. So I'll show you where that is here in a second. And feel free to fast forward through the walking if you like. That's fine. I'm just going through a second time just to make sure I haven't missed anything after finding the captain. Now the path past the captain is more submerged than the other submerged path that you go through. Sorry, I can't talk today. So it's going to be right here. You pick up the captain right here, and just to look on the map, this is where you pick up the captain. There's a rest area right here. And this is the submerged path here. Take you over. You can pick up these blossoms right here. But then you can continue on. You can see it on the map here. It does dip down. There's a little bit of path right there. Just right there. We're going to go underwater a bit. It's definitely freaky. The holding the breath does start. And we'll go past, and there is a skeleton and a pearl. You open the skeleton, he's got a few cool things. I believe it was an iron helmet, a makeshift spear, and a couple of torches. So those are the new things I found. It wasn't anything too super substantial, but there is some good gear to pick up in those couple of chests and that skeleton. If you have any party members that can use spears, I don't, but that's probably a great weapon to use. And finding the extra swords and armor early is going to be a huge benefit. So again, thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, share. If you want to join in on the making of the guide, go ahead and shoot me a comment on this video, on the other guide video, or jump into the live stream and help out there. I'm thinking about maybe doing a walkthrough prep live stream, but we'll see, you know, what the response is to the guide videos, and then we can kind of start working together on a more concise and informative walkthrough. All right, we'll see you on the next one.